Well, Monique Billings, welcome to the first hour. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
This is the first episode where I've taken this podcast on the road.
You're big time.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Athleta is the best.
Yes.
And set up this beautiful space for us here at the Paris Hub.
Yeah.
And focusing on the power of she.
Yeah. No, Athleta has created the Athleta House, brought Athleta from the States to Paris. It's such a beautiful space. We just did a yoga class this morning, so I'm still in my Zen mode. Yes. I'm a little woosah'd out right now, but yeah, it's just such a beautiful and intentional space to be in.
It's glorious.
Yeah.
I hit you up yesterday and was like, we need to make this happen because we've been connected for a few years. We did a photo shoot together a couple of years ago.
2021. Summer. It was actually in July, so that's crazy.
It's almost our anniversary.
No, seriously, it might have been. After this pod, I'm going to check.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was around this time.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to chat with you and hang out ever since, so this is so cool.
We just had to take a trip internationally to make it happen.
We just had to travel on a plane for 10 hours. No big deal.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. And you are here with Athleta.
Yeah, I'm an Athleta athlete. I play basketball. I'm in my 7th season with the WNBA. And so, yeah, I've been an Athleta athlete. This is my 2nd year, and it's just such an incredible brand. I feel very aligned with it because not only do I play basketball, but I'm also a yogi. And that's very much connected with one of Athleta's missions amongst many. But it's just about empowering women, young girls. I think about when I was a young girl looking up to WNBA players and just women's athletes in general. And now I'm here, I'm in that position, and it's so amazing. Athleta giving me and so many other women just the platform, the stage, the mic to share our stories, our experiences, and empower the next generation. So it's been a beautiful experience.
That's incredible. Just talking with the Athleta team since I've been here for the last hour about all of the installations and events and things that they're doing to uplift women in general and women's sports. It just gets me so excited.
A lot of brands are like all talk when it comes to that type of stuff. And they have these visions and plans. And, oh, this sounds good. And it feels good listening to it. But Athleta's actually doing the work, like coming to a whole different country, setting up space and holding space for women. Women from all different backgrounds, platforms, athletes, entrepreneurs, business women, mothers. It's so, so cool just to be a part of it, to connect with so many different women and now globally. So sky is the limit.
It truly is. And being here, we're at the Paris Olympics. I mean, what kind of life is this? Just how lucky are we living? I'm so grateful that they allowed us this opportunity to be able to do this and be able to share the messages that we are.
And you said you came like spontaneously.
Oh my gosh.
Too. That's really cool. What a life.
So last week, Dennis, my husband, said, what if we went to Paris for the Olympics? And it was a week out. So 6 days before we left, we bought the tickets and we said, we're doing it.
We're going.
And here we are. And it worked out. And I'm so grateful that he made that push to do that.
What a life.
It's so grateful.
Yes.
And I was talking with Claire from the Athleta team right before this.
We love Claire.
We love Claire. Shout out Claire.
Shout out Claire.
She's the best. She fixed my hair before. It was all crazy. But she was saying that this is kind of a historic Olympics for a lot of different reasons, but specifically Paris Olympics in 1900 was the first time that women were able to compete.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And now we're back.
Killing it. That's so cool. Yeah, I had no idea.
And you said you're going to go see women's gymnastics.
Yes, we're supposed to see Simone. She's also an Athleta athlete. Katie Ledecky, shout out to Katie too. She's going to be swimming. I can't wait to see how many gold medals she racks up. But yeah, there's so many different Athleta athletes who are current gold medalists or just Olympians and post-Olympians as well. So we're in good hands, good company.
So cool. And Natalie Coughlin is here as well.
Yeah, Natalie. I think Heather O'Reilly's here.
Amazing.
Monica Puig is here. So we representing. We out here.
Yes. It's so incredible.
Yeah.
Well, so grateful to be here with you and to just get to know you more. I mean, ever since I met you, I was like, this woman is built different. I mean, you have been a professional basketball player in the WNBA and overseas for, you said, the last 7 years.
Yeah. It's so crazy even thinking that, like, time, where is time going?
Truly. So tell me a bit about your origin story. When did you first start playing basketball, and when did you know that you were going to be a WNBA player?
Yeah, so I started playing around 5 years old. My dad asked me one day, "Do you want to go play ball with your friends?" I really didn't want to play. I've always been so girly and feminine and only wore dresses. And he was like, "You're not going to be able to wear a dress if you play." So I didn't want to play, but I wanted to make him happy. So I tried it out, ended up loving it. I was never just like basketball, basketball, basketball. I tried so many different other sports and activities. I did like ballet, I did track, I did all the things. And I just loved basketball. I started getting recruited in high school, and I was like, "Oh, I can get my education paid for? Like, that's a thing? I didn't know." So ended up getting a scholarship to UCLA, played there for 4 seasons, and then I'm getting recruited for the WNBA. And I'm like, "Oh, that's a thing too?" Like, I just didn't even know. I didn't even think about it. I never thought it was possible to be where I'm at today. And so I got drafted to Atlanta, to the Atlanta Dream. I played in Atlanta for 6 seasons. And now this year has been a very interesting roller coaster ride, but I'm currently with Dallas. Cool. And I've been loving it. I'm actually having like a career season, putting up the best numbers that I've put up in my career. So it's been good. It's, like I said, a journey. It's a ride. I don't know where the ride is going to take me, but we are buckled up and we're in it. So here we are.
That's incredible. I was going to say, in your first 3 games, was it double-doubles every game, double digits?
Yeah, we was balling. We was hooping. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is incredible. And
Thank you.
Do you feel like it just was kind of stars aligning, right opportunities, right system, right team?
Mm-hmm. It's funny, like one door will close. You don't know why it closes. It seems so disappointing and disheartening in the moment. But then on the other side of it, when you have the opportunity and you're in a space where you can thrive, you're like, that happened, so this could happen. And I'm a woman of faith. Mm-hmm. So my faith has been tested a lot this season. But with that being said, it's also being strengthened. And so that's been good for me. Just walk by faith and not by sight, truly. Like, I'm living that right now. And so, like I said, I don't know where the journey is going to take me, but I'm here for the ride.
That's such a beautiful perspective.
Thank you.
Because as someone who is so hardworking and driven, sometimes we want to know the exact plan for every single aspect.
Oh, yeah. Right? No, I'm saying all this, but like in reality, I would love to know the plan. I'm like, can I just see a trailer? Like, God, just a sneak peek?
Yes. Something? That would be great, wouldn't it? Just like a little bit of a glimpse. That'd be perfect. But the beautiful thing is, as I get older every single year, I kind of have this sense more and more that everything always works out. Not the way that we always want it to in the moment, but sometimes it just takes a little bit extra step to be able to see that it all works out in the end.
Yep, that hindsight is crazy. Even like getting drafted. I didn't know I was going to get drafted to Atlanta. I knew nothing about Atlanta and ended up there. And like I said, I played there 6 seasons. I wouldn't change any of that. Very cool. I had 6 amazing years there and living there, connecting with people, growing my community there. And if it was my plan, I wouldn't have chose to go to Atlanta. I'm like, where? But it's just like you said, everything works out how it's supposed to.
When you were growing up, you said WNBA wasn't necessarily the goal.
Yeah.
So what did training for you look like as an athlete? Like, what was your mindset? What was your routine like?
Up until about I was 15 years old, I kept it light. I was so balanced. My dad, he really allowed me to explore different sports. Like I said, I did karate, ballet, track, like so many different things. It was never just like basketball, basketball, basketball. And then I think maybe my freshman year in high school, he was like, if you want to get better and continue to pursue this, you should do weight training. And he was a trainer. So that was like the biggest blessing of my life, honestly, because I don't think I would be where I'm at today if it wasn't for him instilling those principles within me and showing me how to train my body, showing me how to eat right. And all of that when I'm 13, 14 years old has carried over to now. And so I'm very disciplined, not in France though. You know, we in Paris. So
we need those croissants.
We need the croissants and the cakes and all of that. But for the most part, very disciplined and just on point. And that all comes from my dad.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So what kinds of advice did he give you? Like, because I hear a lot now, especially I have nieces and nephews, and hearing you need to focus on one sport, become a one sport athlete. Like, what was that like for you?
I would say he kept me so grounded and so present, just like in the moment. Like tomorrow's not promised almost. And we have to just be here now and see where that takes us. And it's so funny saying that out loud right now because that's been speaking to me a lot lately. Just coming back to that, just being like, even just being here in the Olympics and in Paris, just like immersing myself in it, being present and not thinking about the tasks at hand when I come home in a week or, oh, I need to do this. I'm planning for this already. I get caught up in that so much, just planning so much for the future. But it's like, let's just be here right now. And I think my dad really, like I said, instilled that in me since I was a little girl.
Yeah. It's really refreshing to hear that, because it can become so much pressure so young. And I played basketball through college, so not the, same continued level, but the pressure that I felt and experienced once I got into the college level, there's a lot of things that I wish I would have known back then.
Give us the gems, please.
Well, I need to hear your perspective.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
my perspective is I wish I had understood how to fuel my body differently.
Okay.
I underate carbohydrates. I experienced a lot of really challenging things going into college. I became anorexic, and it was like it was a whole thing.
Okay.
But I wish I had known about fueling instead of the, 90s, early 2000s. Like, we need to look this, certain way. I feel like it's a lot different now.
Oh, yeah.
But there's still work to be done. So that's one thing for me.
Okay.
But if you were to start as a girl,
yes,
what are you telling little Monique?
I mean, almost what you said earlier, everything works out. Like, there's no need to stress on things you can't control, and just have fun and enjoy where you're at. And I'm telling Monique this right now, you know, I'm speaking to myself as I'm saying that. Enjoy the journey on the way up the climb, not just when you get to the top of the mountain. Literally, I have to tell myself that every single day. It's all about just the process and who you're becoming in the process. I wish when I was younger, I enjoyed being a kid and enjoyed those moments and was just there, because adulting is cool, but like, it's not like being a kid, you know? There's a lot that comes with that. And I wish I had someone, my parents told me, but it's different when your parents are tell you those things. I wish I had a mentor to tell me that. And I think that's my big purpose in life now. One of my purposes is to be that mentor for young girls that are looking up at me, to shine that light in that way. So that's what I would tell young Monique if I could go back and tell her anything.
That's really powerful. And having examples to look up to is really cool, because I looked up to so many WNBA players and Olympic athletes and things growing up. But social media adds this really interesting element. And you have a huge social media platform and do so many cool things.
I'm just trying to be like you when I grow up.
Oh my gosh. That's the highest compliment, because I just love all of the things that you do and you put out into the world. And you are such a great example for girls and women everywhere.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah. So, okay, so you're growing up. Your dad is helping you get on point. And I love that you had a lot of other focuses. Was there anything besides sports that you love to do? Like, were you into choir or art or anything?
I have always been a fashion girly. So I love dressing up.
Yes.
Since I was young, I wanted to dress up and do fashion shows, runway. I would watch America's Next Top Model. Yes. I thought I was going to be on the show.
You can be right now.
Maybe one day. But Tyra, she was my biggest inspiration. That's what I thought I was going to be doing in life. I thought I was just going to be traveling internationally and modeling. And it's so cool because basketball has opened those doors for me to be able to do both. I
mean, quite literally, you're doing that right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, seriously.
You're modeling, obviously, their clothes, but you're also just being able to use your voice as well. So it's kind of that 1-2 combo there.
Never would have dreamt this. Like, I never knew that this would be my reality.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, what was your go-to cartoon? You're kicking it on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Did you watch cartoons?
Oh, I still watch cartoons.
Okay, I know, me too.
I was watching, I would say Proud Family is one of my favorites. That was a family fave. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I was a Recess girl.
Ooh,
loved Recess. Huge fan.
Yep.
Rugrats, definitely a Rugrats fan. I loved Proud Family too.
Question for you.
Yes.
Nickelodeon or Disney?
Okay.
90s, 2000s. It's tough. I've been having this debate with a lot of friends lately.
Yeah.
A lot is Disney. I'm team Disney.
Yeah.
I love Nickelodeon.
Yes.
But Disney had the original movies.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
There's levels to it.
There are so many levels to it, like Johnny Tsunami, Luck of the Irish.
Come on.
I mean, yeah. Probably Disney. I'm just a Disney person in general. Like,
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon, we love you. 90s Nick is great. It's amazing.
Yes.
But 90s Disney, 2000s Disney. Lizzie McGuire.
Oh.
That's So Raven.
Yes. Even Stevens. All of the above. What was your favorite cartoon Disney movie?
Cartoon Disney movie. That's a really good question. Okay, I'll go princess movies. Okay. I watched Beauty and the Beast like every day from like 1 year old to 5, probably. Yes. Yeah. I love that movie. Yeah.
She's everything.
Yes. What's your favorite?
I would have to say Aladdin.
Oh, nice.
I loved the music. Loved the music in Beauty and the Beast as well. I think Beauty and the Beast is up there too.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I have so many favorites.
You know what I watched recently for the first time? Now I'm saying Aladdin, not Aladdin, Hercules.
Oh,
yes.
Great
I've
one.
never seen Hercules, and I watched it like a week ago.
What'd you think?
It.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm
great.
like, where has this been all my life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande has a great rendition, like a cover of the main song from it.
I'll have to check it out.
Highly recommend.
Okay.
Great singer.
Okay, yeah, for sure. She's in Paris too. I saw pictures.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah. That's been cool to see. All the different celebrities, you know, Pharrell, he does like Louis Vuitton, seeing him. Serena's here. Yeah, it's been really cool to see all that.
There was a big event that I saw. I don't know if it was red carpet, but a bunch of people were dressed up, and so I saw some like Serena was there.
Yep.
And
yeah. I saw that too. I think it might have been like a Louis Vuitton event, maybe. Might be lying. I don't know.
It's a good place to be.
Yes.
You just went to the ESPYs.
I did.
Loved the outfit.
Thank you.
Your dress was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Did you have a good time?
Had an amazing time. Again, with Athleta. They were one of the sponsors at the ESPYs. So it was so cool being there on the red carpet, seeing so many different people who I've looked up to since I was young. Speaking of Serena, saw her there. She hosted the ESPYs.
Yes.
So I'm walking onto the red carpet. She's walking off. And I don't want to be that person who's like, Serena, can I take a picture? I'm not that person.
Yes.
I'm just not. Because when people do that to me, like, it's fine. But like, you know, she's about to like have one of the biggest moments of her life. I'm not getting in the way. So, but I told her, I was like, Serena, you're going to kill it. I hope you have an amazing experience hosting. She's like, thank you so much. I was like, I played for the Dallas Wings. Like, you should come to a game. She's like, I got you. So we had like a little moment, a little exchange. That was really cool.
That is legendary.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Imagine when she comes to Dallas Wings.
I know. She needs to. Serena, if you see this, come through.
She's going to see it.
I hope so. We're putting that out there.
That's all you can do. Yeah. Put it out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the ESPYs itself, but I went to a party kind of surrounding. And so I saw a couple people going into the hotel at the proper. And so it was cool to just kind of be in that environment around so many powerhouse. Yeah, it really is. Because being an athlete is... It's different than being just a regular person in a sense where there's just such a work ethic. There's a mental aspect. Yeah. How do you prepare yourself physically and mentally? I mean, I know where I hit a lot of my limits in college, both physically and mentally.
Yeah.
You've continued on for 7+ years. And to me, that is so astounding because it's really challenging to take care of yourself.
Yeah, it can be. But for me, it's just like listening to my body, taking that time to just be in stillness, off the phones, taking that time to meditate. Like I said, my faith is big for me. So praying, asking for discernment, and just like tapping in with yourself. Like, what does my body need today? Do I need a rest day? Or no, I need to get in the gym. Like, I need to go, even if I don't want to, like, I need to go get after it because like, I know my goals. I know where I want to go in my journey. So yeah, I think it's just all about that discernment and just having that relationship with yourself to where you can just like sit with yourself, pause, assess, analyze where you at, how are you feeling, how do you need to pour into yourself today? Those are the things I think that have helped me sustain where I'm at.
So you're laying on the couch. You don't want to move. You are watching Proud Family and you're saying, I don't want to move. How do you motivate yourself to get to the gym?
I'm thinking about my future self. Like, my future self is like, let's go get this workout, because you're going to feel so much better after you get the workout. That's 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10. Like, that's how it is. And I'm sure you can relate to that. Like, you're not going to always want to get in the gym. You're not going to always want to wake up and have those grinded out type of mornings or nights, whatever it might be. But regardless, you got to get it in. And I'm always thinking about my future self, my higher self. And she's always like, nah, this is where we want to get to. In order for us to get there, like, we got to go put this work in. There's a quote, I'm probably going to butcher it right now, but it's like, you might have to help me, but it's like, rent is due every day. Like, let's go pay the rent or something like that.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
So yeah, that rent is due. Like, we got to go pay it.
That's brilliant. I mean, motivation is one of the top things that people ask me about. I'm a trainer, and so people really struggle with that, because we're not going to be feeling like getting in the tough training sessions every single day.
What's your advice? What would you tell people?
Well, one of the easiest things that I also practice myself is having a broader definition of a workout, because if we only define a workout as it's 60 minutes, it's interval training, or it's a long run, or it's weightlifting, or whatever it is, if it's very narrow, then it's really challenging to bring that every single day, to bring the same intensity every single day. And that's probably a recipe for injury. So for me, having a broader range of what constitutes a workout makes a big difference. So strength training, interval training, a nice long walk, a yoga session. For me, like going on a hike, there are certain times where I know I'm not going to push myself too hard. I just can't. I just can't get there. And so to me, that is one way.
That's wisdom. Okay. I like that.
Well, but so you're in season. When you're in season, what does your training schedule look like outside of practices?
Yeah, so we are currently on a break for the Olympics. With that being said, I'm still having to like take care of myself and manage and make sure that I'm, staying on point, because I'm not getting back to practice in a week. Like, I haven't done anything. Like, no, that's not the case. But throughout just the grind of season, it's tough. We literally, it feels like we play every other day, and we kind of do. The schedule is insane. So taking care of yourself with like rest is mostly important. And for me, like a lot of the game it's mental. So even if I'm just like, I just need to get some shots. Like, I don't necessarily need to do all the cuts and the jumping and stuff, but like, let me just work on my form. Yoga is huge for me. Okay. So I'm doing yoga at least 3-4 times out of the week. And that's almost like a reset for me. Like, it's good for my body, my joints and all that. But it's also super helpful for me just to like reset my mind, get in a different space, different environment. But yeah, the training schedule in season, it's just kind of like, you just kind of have to go with the flow. Like, sometimes you might not play for a week, and then some weeks it's literally every other day.
So if you're on Olympic break right now, are you going to a gym and are you getting in sprints? Are you like, what are your workouts like?
So the beautiful part about basketball is you're just so connected. It's such a small community. So I asked my agent, I'm like, hey, can you connect me with someone out here in Paris? Connect me with someone. So I'm going to go to the gym. Definitely going to get some sprints in. I don't want to get the sprints in, but my higher self, she's like, we got practice in a week. You better be ready for practice. So going to do the sprints, going to get shots up, weightlifting, all of those things. So definitely all those croissants, they're not just going to sit. You know what I mean? Like,
they are fueling those workouts.
They're fueling the workouts.
We got 20,000 steps yesterday.
Ooh, how many miles is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll ask Google after. A lot. It was so many miles. But that's the thing. You gotta live. You gotta enjoy the culture here. Yeah. But also, to your point, I remember that feeling coming back from Christmas break, that first practice back after a week or two off. Yeah. The legs, you feel it. It feels a little heavier. But if if you continue, then it's fine. It's so much more seamless.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tell me about the mental training, because athletics, so much of it is mental. It's funny watching games. You can tell when you're watching someone shoot free throws if they're in their head. Yeah, true. So obviously some people are just better at free throws than others, but you can kind of tell if someone's just out of sync. So what do you do to work on your mental resilience?
Such a good question. I feel like I'm always trying to evolve in that area. Like, I have things that work for me, but I'm always seeking advice. And I think for me, it's just I listen to a lot of things when I wake up. spending that time in prayer and meditation. And then I like listening to podcasts or affirmations, just something to fill my spirit, fill my soul before I go outside. And then even throughout the day, like driving to practice, like I'm listening to something that just fuels me, motivates me, encourages me, just gives me that nourishment. So I feel like that helps my mental, keeping good people around me. Yeah, making sure that I'm having just nourishing conversations. My mom, my sister, they're so supportive of me. And if I'm going through an episode, because it's hard, you know, as a professional athlete, it's so hard. You have to like, for the most part, just be like kind of show, or I don't know how I'm trying to explain it, but like when you're in front of the media, like you don't want to show all your cards, you know, even if you're going through a tough patch, a tough period, but behind closed doors, like we really be going through it. And I'm not the type, everyone's different. I'm not the type to just put on my business on social media and cry. To each their own. But for me, that's just not how I operate. So I have those people who hold those spaces for me. Therapy, love my therapist, you know, and I think it's, I want to encourage athletes to seek out therapy, to have those people who will allow you to, for them to pour themselves into you and for you to get whatever is inside of you, get it out. So that's how I keep my mental on point.
That's extremely well-rounded. And a beautiful thing to have that whole team around you too. And I think young athletes can really soak that up, because I think sometimes the rhetoric, perhaps this was more like 90s, 2000s, where it's just like,
shut
grind
up and
harder.
dribble.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's not a human response.
Yeah.
Like we need to understand that we are, yes, physical, but also mentally and emotional beings.
Yes.
And if we take care of the mentally emotional side, the physical side follows.
Exactly. Mind, body, soul connection. That's something else that my dad just really drove into me as a young girl. When I was young, I'm like, I'm not trying to listen to that. But now I'm the one preaching it. So I'm happy that he just put those seeds, planted those seeds inside of me.
And you now get to be that person for all these people coming up.
Yeah.
And the more that voice is heard, the better experience all of these people will have. And it will create better athletics, more exciting things for the rest of us to watch, but also just create incredible human beings for this next generation.
Preach.
Because we need that.
Yeah,
right?
For sure. I mean, you're doing the same thing, though. Your
Thank
platform.
you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I mean, I feel like every time I see just your content or your page, like I'm super inspired. So I know I'm not the only one. I know there's plenty of people out there walking in your purpose. So keep it going.
Thank you. It's pretty wild that we were born in the day and age that we're in.
Yeah.
To be able to have these resources and to be in Paris for the Olympics and get to chat with each other and share that with the world. It's pretty wild.
Serendipity, man.
It is.
It's such a blessing.
It is. Okay, so you mentioned you have a lot of interests. You are so well-rounded. You wrote a book.
Yes.
Tell me about your book.
I feel like we've been
awesome.
talking about the book throughout this whole pod.
This is why you're so wise.
It's so organic. It's been so organic. Yes, my book, Finding Balance, A Playbook for Wellness, is literally everything we've been talking about. It's my playbook on how I find balance in my life, how I continue to find balance. And I just wanted to help other people find that, because I would say on the norm, like for me, I feel incredible. Like I'm living my best life. I'm living such a great life and just enjoying it through the ups, through the downs, like through all of it. And I want to encourage and empower other people to learn how to do the same.
It's amazing to have that playbook and the team around you and all of the things, because it's easy to be like, well, when I get there, I'm going to be happy. When I get there, then I'll be satisfied, and just kind of always be reaching, always be dissatisfied, always feeling that stress of needing to be perfect. But if you have the playbook around you, it allows you to be able to understand, look, I'm going to have these episodes where I feel like garbage I'm going through it and all these things. And that's okay. That's normal, because there will be a light on the other side. There will be a new opportunity. The page will turn.
Yeah.
And that's something that is really important. So everyone go check out her book, Finding Balance by Monique Billings.
On my website, mobillings.com.
Yes. And okay, I need to hear about your fashion, because every time I'm on your page, I'm so inspired.
Thank you.
You had this super cool skirt on the other day that was like a shirt skirt.
Yes. I'm going to plug my homegirl, Kelly Hayes. We played in college together at UCLA. She made that. She had it on. She came to visit me. I was like, I need that.
Yes.
Like, I'm wearing this in the tunnel. And so she let me borrow it. And oh my gosh, she's just so creative. But that's one of the creative little creations that she made. It was literally two shirts from the thrift store. She made into a skirt. Iconic.
So is she a designer, or she just
is a jack of all trades. Cool. She's like a handy woman. She can design. She does a lot of different things. She's very unique.
Wow. So that was amazing.
Yeah.
I'll have to check out her stuff.
And I know people are going to be hitting her up like, hey, can you make me one of those?
Yes.
So I hope she's ready.
Launching her business right now.
Literally.
I mean, that was so creative.
Thank you. It was cool. But yeah, I love I would treat walking into my game like being on the runway. Like I told you, when I was a young girl, that's the life that I wanted. I wanted to be on that runway and experience that. And so I'm like, okay, I'm a professional basketball player, but before that, I am a woman first. And I'm very feminine, very much involved in my femininity. And that's me. That's how I like to present myself in front of the world. And so it's so cool having that opportunity to walk down that runway. I make it into a runway before the games.
I follow a couple accounts like League Fits, and I love seeing what athletes wear to the games. And you always look stunning.
Thank you.
What do you have any kind of muses, any fashion inspo?
That's a great question. I'm all about 90s, early 2000s.
Love.
So like I'm thinking about like singers like A-Marie, Ashanti, even just like the video girls who were like background singers or dancers in like the rappers' music videos. Like I love like a crop top, high-waisted. Like, I'm all about the 90s, early 2000s. Like I'm stuck in that era.
I mean, it's a great era to be in.
It's a great era. Yeah.
Do you have like a certain outfit formula that you like to follow on? Like, are you a jeans and t-shirt kind of girl, or like, what's your general style? How would you describe your style?
I'm moody. It just depends on my mood. And I'm super eclectic too. So like I like going to thrift stores. So like I'll go to the thrift store and I might get like a high-waisted pair of jeans or some type of accessory, but then I'll accessorize that with like a nice handbag, like a luxury handbag. So kind of bringing both together.
Like a little highbrow, lowbrow, like.
I don't know. I think it would just depend. It just depends. But I love fashion. I'm here for all of things.
Did you see the opening ceremony?
Yes,
Were you at the opening ceremony?
Of it. No, it was raining.
It was definitely raining.
I was actually here. I was watching it at the Athleta House.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
We went to the fence. We didn't have tickets, but we thought maybe we can peek over. Could not see anything. They knew exactly what they were doing if you didn't have tickets. So we went, and then we just watched it on TV too. But seeing some of those dancers on the boats and stuff, I was looking at their fashion, and it was really cool because it was very eclectic. And just one person was wearing a super cool, like, patent red thing with pearls, and the other one was wearing kind of like, it looked like a Christmas sweater. You know what I mean? It was just, it's fun to see French fashion because I feel like every country, and even in the U.S., every area of the country is so different fashion-wise.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I love coming to Europe and seeing, it's just so different, you know, from being in the States, seeing what they're wearing out here.
I know. It is really fun to observe that. I feel like there's a lot of Adidas Sambas shoes.
Yes, I'm on that trend.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy.
They're fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a big shopper? Are you going to do some shopping here?
Yes.
I brought one suitcase purposely because I was like, I don't need to shop. I don't need stuff. But I'm walking around. I'm like, I need to shop. I need stuff. So I got to get another suitcase.
I mean, that's true. Like, that's the only solution. You have to, because especially in this area, there are so many cool shops. We walked around yesterday, and there's some really awesome shops. What was the one? It was called Le Cartel. Ooh. And very, very interesting, kind of like bright colors, like patchwork, like kind of cartoon patchwork. And we were talking to the person who is the manager there, and he said Russell Westbrook came by a few weeks ago and like looked in the glass and said, I want this and this and this, and
oh, that's so cool.
So there's so much.
Okay, you were in the place to be, it sounds like.
Stumbled upon it.
Okay. I've been seeing a lot of thrift stores around here.
Oh, cool.
So that's been really cool.
Have you gotten anything yet?
No, because I'm trying to be good, but I'm probably going to at some point.
I saw your story with all of your clothes, and you're like, why am I like this?
Why? Like, you saw that. So why would I get more clothes?
It's tough though. I always have to check myself because I try to not check a bag as much as possible, which is bananas.
Would you say you're a minimalist?
I would say I used to be a minimalist, and then I realized that I like options.
Same.
Yeah.
We're just girls. I'm just a girl.
Yes. And Dennis is over in the corner. It's just the way he's like, oh gosh.
We need options.
Yes. Well, and you never know what you want to wear for the mood, for the weather. It's raining. I didn't know.
I didn't know either, but we got options.
Exactly. And then you throw in workouts.
Yeah.
Workout shoes. Athleta. I mean, at least you're here with Athleta, and they've got all of the amazing fits for you.
This is true. But still, I had to bring some of my own Athleta fits, so it's like a mix of both, you know? And then you have the nice shoes, the nice outfit. It's a lot.
100%.
Self-care. We got the skincare. We got the makeup. We got the hair. It's a lot.
And you know we're not bringing the travel size. No. Like, you have to bring
What's
the...
that?
Okay. So,
I'm glad I'm not alone. Like, we're on the same page.
No, it helps me a lot to be like, okay, this is normal.
Yeah. No,
it's fine. We need our things. Oh my gosh. Funny. So you are an incredible athlete. You love fashion. You have a lot of other interests and skills as well. Mm-hmm. You've done some broadcasting as well. Yeah. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So post-basketball career, that's ideally what I would like to get into. I've been so fortunate. I've broadcasted for Bally Sports for the Hawks. So on the NBA level, Pac-12, CBS Sports, I've been able to play and broadcast, which is kind of rare. It's cool being able to make time for both. And so, yeah, like I said, once the ball goes flat at some point in my career, whenever that is, I would love to be a television personality, and not even just sports. Like I want to do lifestyle and things like that. You
would be perfect for it. And it's cool that you're already plugged in with some of these places. Mm-hmm. One of my besties is Allie Clifton. She works for, do you know Allie? Have you met her before?
No, I don't think I have.
She's awesome. So she works at Spectrum right now, and she covers the Lakers, Sparks. She covers Dodgers sometimes too.
I had to have met her then.
Yes.
I feel like I probably
perhaps have. Along the way. She has a podcast with Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye called Road Trippin'. And so she's very much in that world as well. So she'd be a great person to connect with about all of those things, and just seeing what she does behind the scenes. It's pretty phenomenal. Just that's the prep for those games and all of the things.
There's a lot that goes into it. I'm obviously not full time, but when I'm in it, I had hired like a broadcasting coach, which is really cool because it's like a very intentional thing. Like I want to get better at this. And working with her was a game changer. A game changer. Yeah, we kind of work together seasonally.
Cool.
But if I'm in that space, it's so cool just being able to learn from her and different tricks and activations to help me sound better and look better on camera.
Interesting. Has anything stuck out to you as something to focus on?
Oh, good question. Yeah. So I think in the beginning, I wasn't like timing was a big thing for me. Just learning how to like not speak so fast and just kind of slow down, because in your head it might not sound fast, but then on camera it just sounds like you just rambling going. But she has taught me to like be at ease, you know, take your time with what you're gonna say, and just working with her in general has made me more just comfortable in front of the camera.
It's wild looking back and seeing yourself on camera, and there's
it's cringy.
There are times, so we Dennis and I have a fitness business, like an app and everything. And so we do some Facebook advertising and things will pop up on Instagram, and all of a sudden I'll accidentally get targeted by my own ad, and my face and my voice starts talking to myself.
Do you hate that?
Yeah. It's just same. It's like, I don't need to hear any more of myself talking.
I'm the same way. Like so when I was in college, I would like interview students because I knew I wanted to be in media. Cool. I bought a microphone. I'm walking around campus and doing like interviews. I can't go back and watch those videos because I'm just like, it's so cute, but it's so cringy.
Oh my gosh. My first workout videos.
Are these on YouTube? Where are these?
Oh yeah, you'll find them.
Okay, I'm gonna do some research because I want to see them. I'm sure they're great.
Look, they exist.
Okay.
What their greatness is in telling a story of, evolution.
I was just about to say that. The evolution.
It's all a part of the process, and actually, it is as cringe as it feels sometimes. It is pretty cool to think, okay, this was this was a blip in time. And honestly, if you don't start getting out there, there's no way you're going to be good. Like,
I agree.
And even I watch a lot of stand-up comedy, and so it's interesting. Like we'll go and the Improv is pretty close to where we live. So we'll go and we'll see the same comedian perform and work on their material and see them do the same bit over and over and kind of working on their jokes. And it's really cool to see that evolution.
Process.
Yeah, because
that's something I never thought of.
It's not something that I think is funny or meaningful or whatever in my head doesn't always translate. And so we have to practice it.
True.
To have it be able to really resonate and be absorbed.
Who's your favorite comedian?
Oh my gosh. Well, we have a friend named Rick Glassman who's
Okay.
he's awesome. Really unique
nice.
style. He has a great podcast as well.
That's cool.
We just saw Jerry Seinfeld, which was one that I wanted to see him before he stopped kind of doing shows. Because I've watched Seinfeld for so many years. I grew up watching that. So yeah.
Nice.
Do you have any favorites?
I love Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
Big Dave fan.
Yeah.
Grew up a Dave fan.
Oh my gosh. Incredible.
Yeah.
Neil Brennan wrote with him on Chappelle's show, and we've seen him live a couple times. I haven't gotten to see Dave yet,
Me
but
neither.
that would be incredible.
It's a dream.
Absolutely. Yes. You'll see him, I'm sure.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh my gosh. So, do you have anything that you are looking forward to in this year?
That's a good question. What am I was looking forward to this, and now we're here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having a good second half of my season, finishing healthy, strong, taking some vacations. I love traveling.
Yes.
I want to go to Jamaica, and then I want to do an Asia trip, hit a couple of different countries. And besides that, man, I'm just in the flow. Enjoying life, family, my friends, again, travels, different experiences. I'm open to all of it. So I'm looking forward to whatever's going to come.
That's so cool. So postseason, do you have a trip booked yet?
I've had a trip for Jamaica booked for like 2 years that I keep postponing, but I'm going to have time to go. I have the credits, so I'm ready to go.
Have you been before?
No.
Okay,
It'll
cool.
be my first time.
And you just really, I want to go check it out.
Yeah, I love the Caribbean. I'm very much like an island, beachy type girl. So it'll be nice to reset there after season.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Well, that's going to be amazing. I can't wait to follow along. Where was your trip? You were wearing this gorgeous dress and there's like birds and you're turning in slow motion.
Yes.
Like what was that?
So I was living in Istanbul, Turkey. I was playing out there. That's like my favorite place in the whole wide world.
Really?
And I did a photo shoot there. And those birds are real. Like there's people around me throwing chicken in the air. So the birds are flying around trying to get the chicken. And I'm like trying to model. It's fun. I love it. I wasn't even concerned about getting pooped on or worried about the birds or anything like that.
I hear that's good luck. I don't know if it is or not.
I don't want to find out. We got good luck without it. I'm good.
Exactly. You don't need that luck. You've got your system.
But yeah, that was in Istanbul. That was such a fun photo shoot.
Wow, that was magical, truly.
Thank you.
Well, if we're wrapping things up, I would love to just hear, for all of the young athletes, what is something that you think they should focus on as they go throughout their process?
Yes, young athletes listening, I would say don't limit yourself. And I think that's something that I did when I was young. Me not even imagining myself in the WNBA, like why not? And so, yeah, what I tell young girls, young people in general, don't put yourself in a box, don't limit yourself, be open to experiences, be open to life, enjoy your journey, enjoy your process. And like I said earlier, like enjoy the climb up the mountain, not just the view when you get to the top, like enjoy all of it. I got to get your perspective too. What would you tell your younger self?
I mean, honestly, I got to reflect and just like uplift that, because I think there are so many things where, we're always seeking the next best thing. And it's like right now is incredible. And when you really just, take a step back and you're like, tomorrow is not guaranteed. I have to be able to be present right now.
Yes.
We have all of the options before us.
Yeah.
If we just focus on sticking to the plan in our effort and allowing ourselves to continue be able to just take a deep breath, rest, recover. It's like the sky is the limit.
Yeah.
It truly is.
Yeah.
I just, if you could go back and be 12 years old again, it's just the knowledge of training, of nutrition, of being able to just take care of myself mentally, emotionally, and realize nothing is that serious. I think sometimes I just put way too much pressure on myself to be perfect.
That's real.
Right?
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah. We don't need to be.
Yeah.
We can make mistakes and bounce back and follow the playbook that you put out there, and we'll be better because of it.
Right. Are you a journaler?
I have seasons of journaling.
Okay.
I have like in my notes app, it's very disorganized.
Oh no.
But I need to start journaling more.
You're writing, you're tapping in.
Oh yeah, I love to write.
Do you go back and see like past journal entries from years ago?
Oh yeah.
And see like progress and growth and realize those things?
Yes.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting to see what even 2018 Kelsey, like what is that, 6 years ago now? It's a very different perspective. And to your point of don't limit yourself, I feel like something that has been really beneficial in my life is an openness to learn and change my mind.
I like that.
When I learn new things, it allows me to just come into that next step of my existence. I don't have to be right and perfect all the time. I can learn new things and evolve over time. And that, I think that's made me more resilient and has allowed me to take a deep breath and not have to feel so perfect.
That's a word. We got to end right there. You drop the mic, drop it.
Teamwork. Oh my gosh. Well, Monique, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me.
In Paris.
Yes, that's magical.
From 3 years ago when we first met to being able to reconnect now.
I can't wait to see what's next. I mean, this kind of set the bar high. So next, I don't know, like we might have to be in a whole different country. We might have to be in like outer space or something.
Honestly, I would do it. Would you go?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, me too. I don't want to be on the first civilian flight, but like I'll be on the third.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll be there with you.
Okay, perfect. So where can people find you in the world, on the internet, all the things?
Yes, my socials are just my name, Monique Billings. Again, my book is on my website, mobillings.com.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and thank you to Athleta and the entire team for allowing us to be here and get to share this with each other.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you next time.